What's up guys, it's your girl Em and I'm back with another video for you today. And today I'm making candied jalapenos. Poseidon is under the pool table getting his bone. That's his favorite place to get his bone. And I'm making candied jalapenos. It is 106 degrees outside right now. And guess what time it is? 5:30. It's 106 degrees outside and it is 5:30 p.m. I am so done with summer. Done. Okay, so let me show you guys what you need for making the candied jalapenos. This is going to be part one for this recipe. I'm making candied jalapenos and then I'm gonna do another recipe that uses the candied jalapenos. So stay tuned for that. Make sure the post notifications are on. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the ingredients that I have. I have apple cider vinegar. I like the Bragg brand the best, but just get whatever you can. Celery seed, sugar, just regular granulated sugar. We'll be using salt, and I have about a pound of jalapenos here. We're getting towards the tail end of jalapeno season, so we're using good jalapenos. One thing you will need though is, that's like a little more special, you'll need a medium saucepan. You will need a ball jar, a jar for canning. And these candied jalapenos will last for at least a month refrigerated. But I got this recipe from Pioneer Woman. This is not my recipe at all. That's the recipe that I'm using. And I can put it in the description down below. So we're gonna make these candied jalapenos on a day that is 106 degrees outside, because that's just a really good idea. And actually I'm gonna make myself a coffee real fast, iced coffee, and get some water, and then we'll get right back into this video. Okay, so jalapenos are washed. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the stems off, like so. And we're gonna keep the seeds on, because when you candy these jalapenos, they are going to, I'm not gonna say like lose all their heat, but they're not gonna be like as hot. You know, it's gonna be like a sweet heat type thing. So we're gonna keep the seeds on. I don't know how it would be if you like took the seeds out. I'm sure you probably could if you wanted to, but it's definitely just easier to keep the seeds on. So we're just gonna take the stems off. Nothing too crazy. Okay. Can you hear Poseidon getting his bone? But yeah, we are on the tail end of pepper season. So this is the time to do it, especially if you're in like a more northern place. The jalapenos, the peppers, they're plentiful right now because they're in season. And you'll be able to like do a lot with them. So do with that information what you will. And what I'm gonna do with these candied jalapenos, I'm gonna make a breakfast sandwich with them, because I saw McDonald's is doing a jalapeno sausage egg McMuffin. I was like, that looks really good. But I also don't really wanna like pay for it because it's so easy. So I was like, I'll just make my own, but I'm gonna do it with a twist. I'm gonna do candied jalapenos instead of like pickled or fresh jalapenos. So, because I've been wanting to try candied jalapenos for a very, very long time. Like it's been a while, like ever since I first saw them pop up on my TikTok. People call them Cowboy candy. So yeah, I really want some Cowboy candy. And now I'm gonna have some. Cool story. I'm gonna sip this water. It is so hot. Okay, so in cutting these, we want them to be like this, about like a 1/4 inch thick. I don't know if this is a 1/4 of an inch, but we're gonna say it is. You don't want it to be too thick and you don't want it to be too thin. How about that? So use your own judgment. Don't need a ruler. Just, you know, kind of figure it out. I'm gonna chop all these up. Oh, I did see, okay, so somebody I follow, somebody I watch regularly, Claire Saffitz. She's a pastry chef. She worked for Bon Appetit, and now she just kind of does her own thing. She has 2 cookbooks. She made homemade English muffins, and I think I want to try that very soon. So we might get all the fixins to make homemade English muffins. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've never been an English muffin fan until I had the it's called Bay's. The brand is called Bay's English muffins. They're a little more expensive, I know, but they are delicious. And the reason I got them was because of their commercials where like the guy is in a winter jacket and he's like, I keep my place this temperature because that's the temperature that Bay's English muffins are kept in the grocery store. And I was like, you know what? Let me give English muffins a chance. And this was after I also watched Claire Saffitz make homemade English muffins. So I was like, okay, you know what? We're gonna give English muffins a try. The Bay's blow all other English muffins out of the water because they're actually like soft and they're just delicious. So I guess now I'm a English muffin girly. Who would have thought? Not me. On these little bottom ones, I'm just like, if it's kind of bigger, I'm just gonna cut it like in half. Well, I'll cut it in quarters actually. So yeah, we're just going to chop up all these jalapenos. If you want to wear gloves while you're doing this, that's totally up to you. That's your preference. I don't do that because I don't have any gloves, and also I think even if I had gloves, I wouldn't. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't really like the way this jalapeno looks, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm sure there are a ton of recipes out there that you could use the candied jalapenos. I know some people will put them on like charcuterie boards. That's a good option. But yeah. Let me just go ahead and get all these chopped up and I will be right back. Guys, I'm so annoyed. I thought I needed celery seed, but I guess I don't. So, don't listen to me. You don't need celery seed. What we're gonna do first is we're going to do 1.5 cups of sugar in this saucepan. I need to get, oh jeez. I need to get one of those like containers for my sugar and my flour. I just haven't gotten around to it because it's a lot easier to scoop what you need. But this doesn't have to be like the most exact measurement ever. Okay, now I'm making a mess. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, 1 cup and a half. Okay, 1.5 cups of sugar. And because I have this apple cider vinegar with the mother in the bottom, definitely need to give it a good shake. If you are using an apple cider vinegar that doesn't have the mother in it, doesn't really matter. Motherless apple cider vinegar, you don't need to shake. But if you have apple cider vinegar with the mother, you better shake it. All right, so now we're gonna add a cup of the apple cider vinegar. Okay. And then let me look at the recipe. I think it's a teaspoon of salt. Okay. Just a teaspoon. Gosh, this is strong. Whoa. Okay. I'm not gonna put all of it because I did kind of mess that up. Okay. All right, now we're just gonna put this on. It says on here, because like I said, this is not my recipe. This is a Pioneer Woman recipe. It says combine the apple cider vinegar, granulated sugar, salt, and pickling spices. I don't have a pickling spice. In a medium saucepan and bring to a boil over medium-high heat, stirring occasionally until sugar dissolves, about 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna set a timer for 3 minutes just so I can kind of be, you know, kind of act like I have my life together or whatever. But I'm gonna take this. This is what it looks like. Let me put the light on. As you can see, you can still see the sugar in there. So we're just gonna wait until that dissolves. And we'll be back. Okay, the sugar has dissolved, so we're gonna refer back to my little thing. I'm gonna add the jalapeños and return to a boil. So let's go ahead and add the jalapeños. I'm sure there was a smarter way to do this, but that's what y'all come here on this channel for. Idiocy. Okay. Making a mess, oh yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, there's a jalapeno on this. Crisis averted. All right. So now what do I do? Okay. Add the jalapenos and return to a boil. Reduce the heat to medium low and simmer until the peppers look slightly shrunken and glossy, about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay. So we're just gonna let these cook for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so it's been brought to a boil. Just gonna bring it down to a simmer on low. And we're gonna let that go for another 4-ish minutes. Let them kind of shrink down. All right, so they're starting to look like they're shrinking and they're looking glossy. So I'm gonna move them over to my ball jar. And we're gonna use a slotted spoon. Okay. I don't know which one I should, you know what? We're gonna use this, actually. This might be quicker, but this also might be a bad idea. Trying to get them in there. Actually, not too bad. Okay, all right. We're cooking with gas, people. We're cooking with gas. All right. And you want to make sure, just a semi-pro tip, you want to make sure that you have your, like, this is like a colder glass. You want to make sure that it's sitting on something, because if it hits like the cold counter and it's full of hot contents like this is, it's going to explode. Been there, done that. So take it from me. The last few little straggler pieces. Got the directions. Bring liquid back to a boil and cook until it's syrupy and has reduced to about 1.5 cups. That'll be in about 8 to 10 minutes. So this is already kind of back to a boil already. So now I'm gonna get it to more of a rolling boil. Okay. And then we're gonna turn it all the way back down. Put my timer for 8 minutes. And I'm just gonna like take this and like push these jalapenos down. Because when I put the liquid back in, I'm gonna want the jalapenos to be like totally submerged in the liquid. So push them down. All right, see you in about 8 minutes. Okay guys, so I'm having like a little bit of a dilemma. It says to like get syrupy, but it's like not getting syrupy. But I'm also like impatient. So it said 8 to 10 minutes. It's been over 10 minutes, but it's still not like syrupy. Or maybe I'm just being too picky as to what syrupy is. Maybe if I turn the heat off. Let's try that. I'm gonna turn the heat off. All right, so I've got my jalapenos here. I think it's syrupy enough. Honestly, I just don't care anymore. So we're just gonna pour this easily into here. Voila. And we're gonna let this cool until it's room temperature, and then we'll close the lid. Yay. Hey guys, okay, so I ended up just pouring that syrup in there. I don't know if it's really like syrupy enough, but that's okay. Here they are. They're about at room temperature. They smell good. And we're gonna go ahead and put these in the refrigerator. So tomorrow I am going to do a breakfast sandwich using these candied jalapenos. Super excited, so be sure you have your post notifications on so you can check out that video. It's going to be good. And yeah, I did a test run on the breakfast sandwich tonight, but since like the candied jalapenos weren't like ready yet, I did pickled jalapenos, but since I couldn't do like the sweet heat jalapenos, these candied ones, I put blueberry jam or blueberry preserves on the breakfast sandwich, and that was really delicious. So, but yeah, be sure to turn on those post notifications for tomorrow's breakfast sandwich using the candied jalapenos. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.